story with us, Joey. I hope this gives you kind of an introduction to what it's really like to work on the water. You know, there's always a romantic image that you're always going to have people who will help you. Like on the Deadliest Catch, they have like several crew members so that people can watch out for each other. On these small fishing boats, you're alone a lot of the time. So you really have to be self-reliant, and, you know, as Tony, I hope will share with us, there was one time when you were out with Dick Abbott, you know, that, you know, you heard, you know, that you got caught in a storm, or the story that was told to you about Dick Abbott, you know. You know the story I'm talking about.
One of our most important tools, well, years ago anyway, one of our most important tools was a barometer. And every day, 3 or 4 times a day, we go up and tap the glass, right? And we watch it. We could tell pretty much what was going to happen with the weather, as long as we knew what that barometer was doing. Well, I wasn't involved in this one, but one of the famous captains out of Freeport, Captain Dick Abbott, Captain Beanie we call him, because he'd always go like this with his beanie, all right? He was off by the Texas Tower, which is, I guess, about 25 miles just inshore of Hudson Canyon, when he saw the barometer go down 1 full point. So he told his mate, Richie Eisman, he said, "Richie, haul up the gear, we're getting out of here right now." Richie said, "What for? It's a beautiful calm day, we're catching fish, there's no reason to leave. Pull the gear up, we're leaving," right? Well, on the way home, one of the worst nor'easters of, probably the worst nor'easter up till now, outside of Sandy, I suppose, hit, and there was an awful lot of fishing boats sunk. It was the night the Texas Tower came down. There's 11 marks on the chart, all boats headed for the beach, who sunk in that storm. It came on so fast. My friend Neil Jacobs was running a 110-foot subchaser, converted to dragger.
Phyllis J.
The Phyllis J, yes. And knocked his pilot house off. Knocked his pilot house clean off. There he is standing out in the middle of the storm, steering 110 foot home. But I'll tell you, it was a lot of people's night to remember. There have been other nights like that for me, but there's a lot of stories to be told. And if I started telling stories, we'd be here for a lot more than one cruise.
Okay, and John Remsen, you're going to get the last 5 minutes of this segment of the program.
Sure. I bought the dragger, and I had it being captained by a couple of fellas.
You got to hold the mic.
Okay, a couple of fellas, and we got a call about 5 o'clock in the morning on January 6th, 1984, that we got a call at home and said that our boat had started out and they hit ice and they put a hole in her. And so I said, you know, where are you? And we talked, and I got to the canal we came out of, Woodcliff Canal. At the end is Richie's Sharvins. It's the gas dock. And our boat made it to the gas dock, and they were taking on water. So the temperature was 0. And by then it was about, say, 5:30 in the morning, and I called the gentleman, Al Grover. He had a marina with a lift, but there was ice in the lift, so we couldn't get the boat in there. He went down, he started the lift. We had Nassau County cops, their pumps wouldn't run, the Coast Guard pump failed, and the Freeport Fire Department came down with engine company, and one of the lieutenants had said something to the effect that the fire trucks weren't allowed to pump salt water. But happened to be my cousins and the chief of the fire department were all my best buddies. And engine company put a 6-inch pump in there, pumped the boat out. We had shut the engine down and closed all the fuel valves and everything. And they actually saved the boat in 0 weather. And Al Grover had it pulled up and saved. You got it. I gave him a hug. And
you never paid the bill.
believe it or not, Al never gave me a bill for that.
Wow.
And
I got a lot of free fish.
and